What's going on, guys? Welcome back and welcome to your second stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and stimulus negotiation news report for Sunday, November 22nd. Today I want to address whether there's going to be larger stimulus checks or smaller stimulus checks, whether there's going to be a larger stimulus package or a smaller stimulus package. I want to do this because over the past few weeks, I have seen several YouTubers, people on Facebook, some blogs that blatantly lie to their audience. They're telling their viewers there's a potential $3,600 monthly stimulus check coming. There's $5,000 stimulus checks to all Americans, and this is how you go and get it. And they're just blatantly lying to their audience. Here on this channel, my goal is not to spread lies. My goal is to tell people the truth based on the information that we receive. My goal is to provide the facts and give you possible outcomes based on reports from trustworthy media outlets and what they are currently reporting on. I mentioned this first thing because I am optimistic. Okay? I am optimistic that we will see a stimulus package passed at some point. When? I don't know. For how much? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. And what will be included in this stimulus package? Well, I don't know. The media doesn't know. Even Congress does not know what would be included in a stimulus package at this point. But what I do know is many experts and Congress have even said themselves, the longer we wait for a stimulus package, wait for it, the smaller the package will be. For the longest time, everybody was saying, the longer we wait, the more money we should get. We've been waiting for 6 months for stimulus checks. Well, instead of $1,200 stimulus checks, it should be closer to, $2,000, $2,500, $5,000 one-time stimulus checks. That would be great. That would be ideal. But the longer we wait, the less the checks will be. At this point, right now, on November 22nd, I do not believe that a stimulus check would drop in price. If an agreement came to the table tomorrow on Monday, which I'm pretty sure it will not, because I do not feel that Congress is going to do anything other than maybe a little bit of negotiating or a little bit of kind of back and forth for the next few days, being that this week is going to be Thanksgiving week and Congress is technically on recess. I do feel Nancy Pelosi will continue to work with Joe Biden and Chuck Schumer. I don't feel that Mitch McConnell is going to do much, though. Steve Mnuchin, maybe. Joe Biden, yes. President Trump, highly doubtful. So that's what we know right now. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention because there's a chance stimulus and the stimulus check gets larger. We could potentially see a $2,000 stimulus check. But that will only happen if one thing happens in about a month and a half. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. And that exception, okay, it's a big exception because it all comes down to the Georgia Senate runoff election that happens on January 5th. On January 6th, the new Congress is in session. So by January 5th, we should have an idea of who is going to win. There are 2 seats up for grabs in Georgia, both Senate seats. One, if one goes to a Republican, Republicans remain in control of the Senate, which means stimulus will have to go through the Republican Party and Mitch McConnell. If both seats go Democrat, then there will be a larger stimulus package. We will most likely have, the biggest package we will ever see in American history. We will probably see a larger than the $1,200 stimulus check. We will see a lot of funding go to state and local governments. We will see a lot of money go to schools, testing, tracing, and treatment. We will see money go to things that you probably never thought needed the money. But money will go everywhere. The only problem with this is if one seat goes Republican, then what experts are predicting is that right now, we will see a smaller stimulus package. So, what does all this mean for stimulus? Right now, Republicans want to wait for stimulus. And the reason why is because they feel the longer they wait, the economy will start to get better, a vaccine will eventually come out, and the need for more stimulus will actually diminish. We won't need as much stimulus because the economy's back on track. The vaccine's coming out, which means people can go back to work, kids can go back to school, businesses can start opening up, people can begin to travel. Well, yes, in theory, when a vaccine comes out, this would be ideal. The problem is, the vaccines that are coming out require 2 doses. They require 2 shots. They require more people to get the vaccine. Just because you get the vaccine does not mean everybody in the world gets the vaccine. But let me know down in the comment section below. Would you get the vaccine if it came out, let's say, on December 1st? November 30th, that's a Monday. If the vaccine comes out on November 30th, would you be in line to get that vaccine? Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, Republicans want to wait because although this is true, for some parts of the struggling economy, that yes, if businesses open up, if we can go back to work, if schools open up, travel is now on the rise, this would affect some people. But for many parts of the still struggling economy, they would require more stimulus to get out of the hole that they have dug themselves into. And they have dug themselves into this hole because Congress and President Trump and the governors decided, let's shut everything down. Now, we need more stimulus because of it. Now, I'm not saying it was all on President Trump. I'm definitely not saying that. It's the governors that pretty much said, all right, we're shutting down our state. It's not President Trump. But President Trump is the one that technically he is our leader, so everything does fall on him, unfortunately. Now, Democrats, on the other hand, they want to provide stimulus now. They said, and they've been saying this for since May, we need stimulus now. We need to get this done. And for Democrats, they are potentially projected to lose if they wait. Let me explain what this means. If Democrats wait for more stimulus, it's going to lower their chances of getting state and local government funding. It's going to lower their chances of getting longer unemployment benefits. It's going to lower their chances of getting stimulus checks to people with an ITIN number. And it's going to lower their chances on a lot of other things. But the problem right now is that both parties can't agree on something to provide relief for the time being. Mitch McConnell and multiple Republicans are on record saying, well, we need less stimulus because, the economy's opening up. People are going back to work. Schools are starting to get in this groove of this online learning, or some schools are opening up to a smaller amount of kids. And then we also got the unemployment rates dropping. We got a vaccine coming out soon, is what they say. And so for Mitch McConnell, he's saying, we have a mandate to provide less stimulus because that's the direction we're going. But he's not taking into account all the stuff that happened previously that the American people have been suffering through. Right now, many Democrats within the House and Senate firmly believe that the Georgia Senate runoff election will help them gain control over the Senate. Whether this is true or not, we don't know, but we will know come January 5th. It is because of this that they are not eager to make a deal on a small-scale stimulus package. This is also the reason why they are continuing to push Mitch McConnell and Republicans into accepting that $2.4 trillion stimulus package, the Heroes Light or Heroes 2.0. If Democrats win the Senate, then the $2.4 trillion stimulus package is seen as the smallest a deal would most likely be. It will most likely get closer to $3 trillion as soon as Joe Biden takes office. For Republicans, they feel that providing targeted stimulus relief to small businesses, people still on unemployment, and schools would be the best use of the funds right now. Republicans do not want to strike a stimulus deal right now unless it is for right around $500 billion. They feel that if the Senate runoff election in Georgia goes to at least one Republican, then this means they will control the Senate, and therefore the package price will be smaller after January 6th. So, this is the reason why right now a smaller stimulus package is the only option. And it's tough to say, it's tough to hear, it's tough to read, but this is the truth. Democrats do not want to pass this though. And the reason why is because right now, Democrats feel they have the biggest upside. Republicans, right now, is their max leverage. They can only lose from here on out. If things go as everything is projected, all the lawsuits are getting thrown out, all the court stuff is getting thrown out by states left and right. And so President Trump is not winning there. The recounts keep happening, but they're not showing much results. Trump keeps fighting this, and it could yield a different result. But as of right now, it's hard to see where he is going to win. So, as of right now, we're just assuming Joe Biden will become president. So right now, with President Trump in office, and we have the Senate is currently controlled by Republicans. Right now is their max leverage. Right now, which means if they go and pass something now, that's great. But if they go and wait and then they lose their leverage in January, where Democrats go and regain control of the Senate, then things shift. The power shifts. So right now, Democrats are on the ropes, and they need to be the ones that accept a smaller stimulus package. There's no reason for Republicans to go up when, if things don't change come January, then Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi still have to go through Mitch McConnell. But if things swing the other way, that's where there is a change in power. Currently, experts are saying that the advantage in the stimulus fight right now goes to Republicans. This isn't just me. These are experts that are saying this, as Democrats have a lot riding on the Senate runoff elections. What experts are saying right now is that any stimulus package that gets passed within the next few weeks, so before the end of the year, which technically is December 18th, because that's when Congress goes on recess, or that's when they end their year. Okay? So, in order for a stimulus package to pass within the next few weeks, it will need to be under $1.2 trillion. And we know right now Democrats are not going to support this, but some might if this means their constituents will receive some type of relief. If this happens, here's what experts are predicting will be included. It will be school funding, roughly for $100 billion. State and local government funding, max of $250 billion. $300 per week in unemployment benefits. This will go for anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. They don't predict it will go any longer than 8 weeks. There will also be stimulus checks for $1,200, $500 for all dependents or dependents under the age of 17. Housing relief that includes people with mortgages and people with rent. There will be liability protections, and the biggest one is going to be PPP funding. However, if a stimulus deal does not happen before December 31st, what experts are predicting is that nothing is going to happen until after January 6th. So we have this gap, about a week, 6 days, between December 31st and January 6th. If nothing happens by December 31st, they predict nothing will happen until after January 6th. There'll be no reason for either party to agree on a deal in that window. So it will just be more negotiations, it will be some more back and forth, and that will be about it. Now, if Democrats win both seats come January 5th, then expect nothing but negotiations to happen between January 6th and January 21st. Expect nothing to happen until Joe Biden takes office. And I say this because even though Congress will start their new session on January 6th, there's still going to be a Republican president. President Trump will still be president until January 21st. So you'll have about a 14, 15-day window where nothing but negotiations will happen. However, if Republicans remain in control of the Senate, then experts anticipate that any stimulus package that could be agreed upon will most likely be a very Republican-sided proposal. That means it's going to have less money for state and local governments. It will have less money for, some of those other things, those, line items that Democrats want. It's going to have less money for unemployment benefits. Stimulus checks might be excluded at this point. So that's just something we need to look into. And I wanted to bring this to you, this update to you, because right now there's a chance we see a larger stimulus package. We see larger stimulus checks, but there's also a high possibility we see smaller stimulus checks and a smaller stimulus package. So right now, everything is just up in the air. But this is what we know right now. So as I know more, I promise I'll come back on here and share more. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any stimulus check updates. And I'll see you guys on the next one.